Well, greetings, salutations, and hello, scrappers, scrapettes, and planet lovers. Just trying to top off a few things to top off some of the boxes that I showed you the other day. So, since I had a bunch of stuff to scrap, and I've been out in the yard all day working, I don't know, I thought I'd just kind of hang out with you guys for a little bit. You guys know I've been super busy with all those Cisco's that we ordered and scrapped. Yeah, that was really more or less a winter thing, but it's beautiful day out. It has been raining and cold and absolutely dismal all week here in my hometown of Connecticut, and we had the oak tree deposit its yearly mess. So I was outside all day cleaning that. I got the gardens mulched out. I did put some foxglove plants in for the bees, so they'd have something to enjoy. Hello, Alexander. Hello, Tim. So I thought really what I'd do, I'd just kind of work through this pile that I have here. The other day I did share with you all the assorted boxes that I had ready, getting ready to go to board sort. I have a few things I'm hoping to top off those boxes and go ahead and get all that shipped. I really want to get all of my big loads of e-scrap out. My summer focus is a little different. I love summer. I love the beach. I like working in the yard, and I kind of veg out a lot over the summer. Hi, Ray. Jimmy Ted, hello. Lee, welcome. So, I see a lot of new names coming across the feed, and that's really cool. Basically, what I do, I'm a computer recycler. Wow, this should be a really, look at that. That is absolutely loaded with gold, guys. That is, that's a beautiful board. Now, board sort in particular is very generous, especially with Cisco boards. They're especially generous on their high-grade telecom. I don't want to say anything till I get in, but this is loaded with gold recovery. This is a Cisco 52-port gigabit managed switch. Change of pace, I got this one for free. That's been the hardest thing, is really just trying to get free e-scrap. I did invest quite a bit of time and money into buying some e-scrap, really more for the purposes of getting the channel going. And I'm hoping over the summer that the fruits of my labor, so to speak. Hi, Mr. Long. I see you liking a lot of my videos and comments. Thank you very much. I really appreciate that. I did notice. Hello, Jay. How much gold in one of those? Well, we'll find out together, huh? I do know the board sort usually, and I don't want to say till I get in here, because you know what? You never know what's in here till you get in here. So, let me just get these fiddly little annoying screws out. Yes, I know I should be using a battery-powered piece of equipment, but then I can't talk to you because it makes a lot of noise. So, that's why I do a lot of these by hand. I think to answer your question, Jay, is how much gold in those. I think the ones who make that decision are people like Board Sort or whoever your local buyer is. And I think the answer lies in how does the board get graded. In this case, this board, I hope will grade as a high grade telecom. You know what, let me just grab one from the box real quick, I'll show you. See, this board here, there it is, okay. So like this board here, this is going to grade as a high grade telecom board. This came out of a similar Cisco switch. I don't like to guess until I get it open because I've been burned before. But for example, this board is going to grade as high grade telecom. If you go to BoardSort and you watch their videos, how they grade the boards, that might answer your question even more than I can right now. But these ports are full of gold, and this is again specific to Cisco switches. I've got gold fingers. I've got the back of the board covered with components. A lot of gold flashing, crystal oscillators, MLCCs. And look at the front of that board. That is very densely populated. Gold banded BGAs, flat packs, IC chips. That is very densely populated. Gold banded BGAs, flat packs, IC chips. Yeah, you know, supper hour, all the spam callers start calling between 5 and 6. So, how much gold is in there? I think the answer is how does the board grade? And that should answer how much gold is in there. So this for example, is a very good board. I'm hoping, I've got two other these are managed switches. And I've got a couple of them here. I do have a box ready to go out to BoardSort. And thank you, Mark. That's a great idea. I actually, Mark says contact junk haulers and buy electronics from them, which is a really good idea. Great place to get scrap electronics. I do have a lady who does junk removal, and she does save me the e-scrap, which is really nice. My biggest place that I get stuff from is the schools. I run a band instrument repair and rental service, so I've been in the schools for 20 years. So hopefully, with a little luck, in over the summer I'll pick up some really high quality e-scrap. Having a channel lets people know that you're really, that you're going to dismantle this stuff and destroy it. That's really super important. All right. Yeah, no, well, free is good, Marky, but around here, they go to the local scrapyard and they sell it as e-scrap. So it's a great idea, and I certainly would reach out to them, and I agree with you. It could be a really great place. Hi, C. Biggs. Howdy to you, too. Yes, this is an unusual time for me to be on. Usually Wednesdays at this time I am teaching music lessons. But all of my students canceled tonight, and I don't know if something's going on at the school or some big event is going on, but I found myself with the night off. So I said, well, I've been cleaning the yard all day. I may as well keep going and get rid of some of this e-scrap, huh? So this is a switch, a managed switch. Cisco stuff, guys, is usually pretty awesome for e-scrap. Hello, Chris. Welcome. Yeah, my usual time to go live is Sunday morning, but this week I'm going to be away. It's Mother's Day weekend, and I'm going to be away. So this, this will go in my shred. Well, let's see. Not a bad board. The biggest trick with this stuff, what'll make a lower grade into a higher grade, is can I get this off without wrecking the chip? Yep. If you can get these off, and actually sometimes like a heat gun or a hairdryer will really help, and you can expose these chips Like right now, this would go low grade telecom, and the reason it would go low grade, a lot of stuff on it. If I cleaned it up, which I'm going to, by the way, there should be gold banded BGAs under here. There will be flat packs under here, and we already know this is full of gold. If I get this all off without wrecking it, I should be able to get a high-grade telecom board out of this. A lot of times, these are really fiddly to get off, and the problem is, if you try to get them off and you force them, you're going to pull the chips off. If you pull the chips off, it's going to devalue your board. What I really should have is a pair of channel grip pliers. And wow, well, that's a switch. So is this. I'll be here all week. Thank you very much. Well, now, isn't that delightful? Usually when I have my video, things go wrong. So I am now hopefully going to I'm going to change this from a low-grade board to a high-grade board with just a couple of minutes work. I mean, don't you think this is much nicer looking to a buyer than all this garbage on here? Hi, are you kidding me? Oh, you're the number 11th member of my fan club. Now, I have not figured all this stuff out, okay? I am, I don't know, suddenly I have fan clubs, I have, I don't know, I have all these really cool things going on. I have no idea what any of them are. My nephews set this up for me. And, I don't know what they're doing with this. Clash Dash, there's a name I have not seen. Welcome aboard. You gotta be careful, as I said, if you get some resistance, don't fight with it. This one I know I'm gonna have to heat. I'm gonna have to heat it and pull it off of the channel grips. But yeah, now this is pretty well populated, and we know these are full of gold. We just saw that. I'm going to go ahead and get the board out. And this is just a power supply. You could throw that in with your low-grade boards. Hey, between 4 o'clock and 6 o'clock, every spammer and telemarketer in the whole wide world decides it's time to call. I tell you guys, honestly, I don't even answer my phone anymore. Let it go to voicemail if it's somebody I know or along those lines. Yeah, this can just go in with your power supplies, your low-grade boards. I like switches; they don't have a lot of extra garbage to deal with, and they're not too heavy. Some of these servers weigh a ton. I got one that was delivered today. It's a Cisco Iron Port, I think it's called. And, holy Moses, it weighs a ton. I've got the box out on my patio. I've gotten it free of the packaging, and I've actually got it up on a scissors lift, because I'm going to have to get all of the metal that I can off of it. I'm going to have to get the power supplies off of it. And then maybe I have a prayer of getting it into the house. It weighs a ton. Proud to be country. Welcome and hello. By the way, guys, thanks for all the gifts. That's awfully nice of you. Thank you for the likes. Thank you for the new subscribers I see popping up. I tell you, I'm having a lot of fun with this whole TikTok thing. I started a YouTube channel, I don't know, maybe January or so. You know, winter, my music business is slow. I had a lot of time on my hands. And I had started computer scrapping a couple of years prior, and I can't even tell you how I got into the whole thing. I just did. I started putting up some instructional videos telling people about e-scrap, and you know, just sharing what limited knowledge I have about e-scrap. And I find that there's still a lot of people who are trying to get into e-scrap, and you know, if I can help, I'm glad to do so. Wayne Detects likes the live. Thank you very much for the like. I appreciate it. Just make sure I don't get out of the field of vision here. With also being a lady, these are a lot easier to deal with than those big servers. If you've been following my channel at all lately, you would know that I bought a pallet of Cisco Blade servers. I got a really good price on them. And I'll tell you, Cisco stuff is the gift that keeps on giving. Usually you will do very well on Cisco products. By the way, guys, if I miss your name go by, or I don't see it, or you asked a question and I don't see it, please drop me questions in the comments. I will try to, I will always try to get back to you and answer you if I have an answer. So anyway, yeah, so this started over the winter. We had a miserable winter in Connecticut here. It was the worst, coldest winter I ever remember. I couldn't get out of the house. So in order to try to keep some funds coming in, as the rental service kind of takes care of itself over the winter. So I decided to do some more re-scrapping and build up on that a little bit. And one thing led to the other. I got a lot of friends on TikTok and a lot of friends on YouTube, and it's just been a lot of fun. And I'm enjoying it. So yeah, we'll take the wires. I'm not going to really bother micro scrapping this. I'm going to throw this in with my low grade boards. I'll take the wire. Yeah, for me, it's not really worth it. I might maybe nip the copper off here. But, yeah. I have a local yard that buys those, so that's not bad. Hey, Angel Williams, I saw a video you posted today. That was interesting. You do what I do, huh? Do you, are you a computer scrapper, recycler, etc.? I did see you posted something today. I did give it a like. This is one thing I really love is a lot of us who are active on each other's channel, like Are You Kidding Me, Big Country, a couple of other people. It's really fun when we all get on. We all know each other. That's fun too. But I am really happy to see a lot of new people coming in, because that's fun too. Usually, guys, these take me about 2 minutes to scrap, but because I'm blabbing, watching comments, and so on and so forth, it takes me a little longer. Yes, I have power tools, but the problem is they're noisy, and I can't talk when I'm doing that. Oh, wow. Hey, Andrew, just out of curiosity, what state are you in? Hello, user ending in 5587 and user ending in 0893. Welcome aboard. Welcome aboard. Get it? Bum ching, drum roll. I'll be here all week. Thank you very much. Hi, Danny. Welcome aboard. Michigan. Oh, wow. I have never been to Michigan. It is one of the few states I have not yet visited. I flew over it. Does that count? I'm in Connecticut. Hello, Chicks86. Welcome aboard. Oh, thank you for laughing at my joke. I appreciate that. I've been told I'm entertaining. I don't know. I've been out in the yard all day. My poor backyard suffered from many years of neglect. I really couldn't keep up with it. I was taking care of my mom full time, and I couldn't do the yard and take care of her and try to run my music studio, and the poor yard just went to utter weeds. I used to keep it nice. I used to do all kinds. I had gardens everywhere. My mother loved flowers. So I spent today, I did put a couple of pictures up. I did get the the front beds were redone. My nephew and I did those a couple of years ago, but those are all perennials, so they just take care of themselves. I just got to weed and throw down some mulch. Those are pretty easy. But the backyard, oh my God. Looked like the Mojave Desert out there. But I got a lot of stuff mulched. I wanted to get some I wanted to get some flowers in for the bees. I wanted to get some, so I put in some foxglove, and I put in some lilies. So I've got one of the 4 gardens back up and looking nice again. Alright, speaking of looking nice again, let's take a look at the board. That's just shred. So we took a look at the... Now, I am not going to remove this. I could. I don't really know what the point of doing so would be. I don't know what's... I don't think there's much evening. Hello, Gold Slinger. How are you? I am well. I've been out in the yard all day. I didn't cut the grass though because it's been raining, and I'll do that tomorrow. But I got the gardens mulched. I got a lot planted. I dug up my neighbor's mint plant that came over onto my side of the property because, oh my God, I love my neighbor. She's the sweetest lady on God's earth, but I really hate mint plant. I've been known to take a blue brush. Oh, I got it. I can't believe I did that. Wow. Got it. Oh, I didn't get that one. Shoot. I'm going to try to get that off and put it back on the board. That's the risk you run with these. I should use the heat gun, and I didn't. So I don't think it's going to hurt me too much. So that's a good board. I'll probably knock these off because, again, I'm trying to make a case with my buyer to get Telecom High out of the deal. These are nothing. They're just capacitors. I mean, it takes no time to up your game and make it a nicer looking board, huh? Good. Welcome, Nadia. Welcome aboard. Wow. This is, like I said, this is not my usual time to go live. I'm usually a Sunday morning gal, but I'm going to be away. Alright, so I really don't feel too bad about putting that in with my high-grade Telecom boards. I'll heat this off and I'll put it on a little piece of painter's tape and I'll stick that back on the board after. I really don't think it's going to be a problem. This is loaded. Loaded! Lots of gold. This isn't considered junk or rubbish or waste on the board because of the gold content. This is iffy, but again, that board's loaded. There's not going to be a problem with Telecom High on that. Why do I call it Telecom? Came out of Telecom equipment. Alright, let me go dump this into its box and let me grab another one. Welcome, Dennis Ball. Let me grab another one here. I have them right outside the door here. Trying to get everything out that I can. I did buy a pallet of e-scrap. I'm going to pick it up on Monday. It's from somebody I've been working with for 5 or 6 years. He knows what I buy, so he's been trying to put some stuff aside for me. Okay, this is also a Cisco. Well, I got a feeling it's probably the same thing I just took apart. 52 port gigabyte managed switch. Probably going to get another one like this. So in case you missed it the first time, hello user ending in 6232. Yeah, me too, Goldslinger. I love Telecom boards too. I'm feeling very accomplished having gotten all that stuff in the yard done. I have an oak tree, and it's that time of year where it's decided to deposit all of its pollen in my backyard. Oh my God, what a mess. And you can't do anything with it until it dries. So I was able to get out and at least start cleaning that out today. I got the blower out, blew a lot of it out, but I got a lot more to do tomorrow. And then I got a power wash, get that part of the yard done. It's a lot, it really is. But I don't know. I enjoy it. I grew up in this house, and I'm 65 years old, and I've lived here probably 40 out of those 65 years, taking care of my mom, and of course growing up here. And you know, so I'm hoping to get it put back into some semblance of order. For those of you who haven't seen, as of lately, I have been selling quite a bit of e-scrap. I did put it up on eBay. Basically, if you're looking for e-scrap, I do have it available by the lot. I have 10, 20, and 100-pound lots available. My local refiner will buy it, but I need 5,000 pounds just to start. And 5,000 pounds is probably 5 Gaylord bins full. That rots. So this was a gold. This is what's inside of a gold banded BGA. This is the one I tore. But look at the gold that's in there. Huh? That's why people go after these things. Trouble is, if you pull it off of a board, you can downgrade your whole board. I really should have heated that and then just gotten it out of there, but that's not going to be a problem. That other board was good enough. I'm not worried about it. Are you talking to me, Jason? Thank you so much. Well, a beautiful inside, that I agree with. I'm on a healthy eating kick. Trying to I'm getting ready to retire. I'm going to sell the music school and hobby scrap. Believe it or not, I don't do this to make a living. I do this as a hobby scrapper. Hello, Tony. Hello, Jury. Hello, Bully. Hey, Jerk. I hate saying that. I want you to know that. Poor Jerk. It's a great handle. He probably gets a lot of comments about it. He's one of my regular subscribers. Martin, welcome. All right. I'm going to invest in some battery-operated screwdrivers when I get home from vacation. The other thing is, when the weather gets nice, I basically live outside on my patio and do all my scrapping outside. And that's why I like having my gardens done, so I can enjoy the yard. Hello, Snobby Scrapper. How are you? Hello, Stephen Hamby. Welcome aboard. Oh, I see. Jason was talking to Jules Lamb. I see. You mean you weren't talking to me when you said hello, beautiful? Okay, so these, by the way, guys, if you're new to e-scrapping, switches are the bomb. They are one of the easiest things to scrap, and you know, they don't weigh a ton. They don't take up a lot of room. I think I got all the screws back. Now this should just, if I got all the screws, this should just pop off just like that. Look at that. Oh, Jason. Thank you for making my day. Right now I'm not so super beautiful. I'm all dirty. I'm all dirty because I've been digging in the yard all day. Patrick, good to see you. I was hoping you'd join. What time is it across the pond? It's 4:30 in the afternoon here, so it must be about 10 o'clock. Just super busy, Jerk. I hate calling you Jerk. I want you to know that. If it wasn't your handle, I'd call you something else. I was just really super busy. What was I doing? There was a reason. I hadn't gotten a lot of my lives and stuff up. I can't remember what was going on. Isn't that terrible? Something was going on. Something was going on that was keeping me from getting on as often as I'd like to. 9:40 p.m. in Ireland. So you guys are let's see, it's 4:40 here, so 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. You're 5 hours ahead of us. We're on our summer schedule here, so hey, wow, check this out. D-Scraps E-Scraps Fan Club has completed the first stage of the Club Quest and Unlock Club Cheers. All fans can now send it to celebrate. Well, shoot, I think I'll go grab a beer. Yeah, but you'll see more of me, guys. Like I said, just had a lot going on. Nothing was wrong. Just had a lot of other things going on. We were getting Mom's estate settled, and I was trying to get painted and trying to get the yard done, and this, that, and the other thing. All is well here, though. Me too. Hashtag gold. Oh yeah. So anyway, yeah, I've been putting e-scrap up for sale. Now, I really have no problem selling my e-scrap. If you're going to get into e-scrapping, guys, I highly advise make sure you've got all your ducks in a row. Hang on, Beagle Tunes. I'll answer that for you in 1 minute. There was another question about is there much gold in the switches, and I'll answer that again. I don't mind. See, I lost track of what I was saying. Dadgummit. What was I saying? What was I saying? I don't remember. Beans and bacon. I think the honest answer, and I may as well go ahead, Beagle. I'll go back to your answers. So much gold in the switches. Your business. Oh, I know what I was saying. If you're going to get into e-scrap, make sure you have a place to get rid of it. For a while, I had a local yard. I actually taught them how to do e-scrap. I helped them set up a whole e-scrap business. When I started this, I watched I'm a stock market person. I watch the stock market, and I've got my retirement is invested in quite a few things there. And everybody's getting to this whole AI thing, and I'm thinking to myself, where are we going to get all the precious metals to create all of these AI chips and these NVIDIA chips and everything else? And I'm thinking to myself, there's only so much gold out there, and I think people are going to turn to e-scrap. And I shared my thoughts with the local scrapyard. At the time, I was scrapping from home because I was taking care of my mom, so I was doing e-scrap here from the house so I could, spend as much time with her as I could. And the local yard agreed with me. He said, I think you're right. I have an empty warehouse, and I helped him get the business set up. And it was great. I could just take e-scrap down the street and he'd buy it from me. And sadly, we parted ways. Stuff happens, life changes. And yes, Patrick, excellent gold in the ram. So one thing led to another. He and I separated ways. I don't know. Maybe it was last year sometime. I was not on my A game. I was not the nicest person to deal with. I was, struggling with my loss and everything. So I lost that yard, which was really sad. I had trained him and taught him and, was doing great. It was easy. I taught them all I taught them how to grade the boards. I showed them how to disassemble stuff. I helped them, advertise their business. I actually sold them a website that I had established. And, I'm not grousing, guys. Things change, and that's just life. So, not having a yard was a real pain in the ASS for a long time. Having lost that was a big, big hurt. But some of the other, I did find Board Sort. They are very, very good. And I have 2 or 3 yards here locally. I sell my boards primarily to Board Sort. It's easy. They pay well. It gives me a paycheck every week. But that works for me. I am looking for, I think with the price of e-scrap, I think it's going to continue going up. The more gold goes up, and this is just my opinion, guys. I mean, I'm hoarding as much stuff as I can, but how much stuff can you keep? I'm finding privately selling e-scrap. I'm doing very well with that, which I did not expect. It's just really happening for me because I've been at it a while. It's just amazing. I don't really have a local yard that deals with e-scrap or pays anywhere near what BoardSort does. So I've started now, maybe a month or so, Patrick, I started selling the e-scrap. I've been selling the RAM. I sell the boards. So people who want to refine gold and refine boards, well, now I hopefully will have a source for them. And it's been a lot of fun. It really is. It's been a very interesting side hustle. In the afternoon I do my music school, and in the morning I do this. It's a very interesting time to be involved with e-scrap. So now, who had the question before about the board? And I'm sorry because the name has gone by. Is there much gold in the switches? And I think it was Beagletoons. Is that anything like Beagletoons? You've got to know how to grade your boards, Beagletoons, and I did address this a little bit earlier in the video, but I don't mind answering it for you again. You want to find out, you want to educate yourself about this before you just start doing it. And BoardSort's got really great videos up. I have a lot of videos up about board grading. Shark Scrapper has a lot of really good videos up about grading boards. Who else? Who else has good videos up about grading boards? There's a lot of them out there. Between YouTube and TikTok, you won't have any problem learning how to grade the boards. Once you learn how to grade the boards, you're going to know what kind of e-scrap to get or to try to purchase. So this is going to grade as what we call a high-grade telecom board, and I'm sorry those of you guys who were already in this heard me say this before. This is the second one of these I'm doing today. This is different. See this? Yeah, the other ones were easy. These I definitely will have to take a heat gun to, because these for sure, these are going to pull. These are going to take the chips off. So I'm going to heat this with a heat gun later. Take it down to the basement. I have the basement workshop is set up with marble and metal so I don't burn anything. So this I'll have to heat up. If I leave it like this is going to be a telecom low-grade board because it's got all this crap on it. If I get these off, it'll look like the other board we just did. I'll take this from a low-grade to a high-grade telecom. You've got to know how to grade your product, Beagletoons. And this switch, yes, there's a lot of good gold here. If I clean this up, there's flat packs under here. There's gold-banded BGAs under here. And, Cisco products are really good. There's a lot of gold in RAM, as Patrick just said. Goldfinger cards, those are another really good source. There's a lot of people who will depopulate these boards. Again, that's not my thing. That's just not what I do. I'm comfortable taking them apart, and I'm comfortable reselling the boards and just reselling it to people who do that. I hope that helped you, Beagletoons. Definitely want to find out more. Just you've got to educate yourself about the boards and which ones have the better gold. High-grade telecom are the best for gold recovery. As far as parts, Goldfinger cards are really good. What else? Peripheral cards are good. And this is really, I'm really trying to address specifically Beagletoon's question. So like these are these are boards these came out of Cisco servers. They were they're a controller board, a module board, and look at it. So these are called peripheral high-grade boards, and those are really rich in gold. I think the more you take apart and the more you study and the more you learn how to grade it, the better for gold recovery. All right. How are we doing here? Are we working? Okay, there we go. Jeez. All right, so I'm going to put this aside, guys. The only reason is because I am going to have to take a heat gun and loosen this. I should be able to pop them off. If I tear the chip off, then I don't have a chance of getting high-grade telecom. It'll wind up being low-grade because I stripped the chips. That brings up another really good point. Don't depopulate your boards, guys, because you're going to, number one, you're going to piss off your buyer, in English. Hello, Vito. Hello, Al Gold Mud. Ah. So that was an interesting question, Beagle Tunes. I probably answered it more than I needed to. I'm sorry about that. But, yes, there's lots of gold in these switches, but not all of them. Some of them are rubbish. It's just like anything else. Cisco switches mostly are good. You're really not going to know till you open it up, Somewhere in here I've got one screw that I haven't gotten to. There she is, right there. Yeah, I've got a box of switchboards. Anybody remember what a switchboard is? Alright, come on out of here. I bought myself 12 pairs of gloves the other day. They came in, I gave them all away, and now I have no gloves again. I really should be wearing gloves. There you go. So again, on the back, this is the same as the other one I just did, the first one I did. These are tantalum capacitors, IC chips, and flat packs, gold banded BGAs under here. Again, I have to take this down to the basement. I'm going to have to hit this with a heat gun. So otherwise, I'm going to pull the chip off, and then the boards, it just downgrades it. Okay. Well, I guess I'll keep going here. I have just a pile of odd scrap to do tonight. I wasn't going to go live, but I really haven't gotten up here as much as I needed to lately. Nothing was wrong. I was just super tied up with a bunch of other stuff, and I can't even remember what it was. So, my goal for tonight is to top off the boxes that I showed you guys on my Sunday Live. All those boxes of stuff that I have. Ready to go out. I just want to top them off because the shipping is so darn expensive. The shipping's just so darn expensive. You don't want to send off a partial load. Now, again, I am not endorsed nor sponsored by BoardSort. I haven't yet found another company like them. They were the first to start buying the scrap online, and they are the standard which everybody here in the States goes by. I think down the line, going back to what I just said a few minutes ago, I really do think there's going to be more and more yards and more places that are going to buy e-scrap. I think it's going to increase in value. The other thing, too, is the older the better. Anything after 2020, you'll find a lot more plastic in it. They don't have the gold content. The green boards are better. They're more full of copper. They're more heat resistant. They have more gold. They have more aluminum and palladium, etc. The colored motherboards have a lot more plastic in them. Now this one is, this is a newer, not new, like off the market new, but looking inside real quick. These are called SATA connections, and SATA connections versus non-SATA, I've got a lot of mentions of that. Non-SATA connections have a ribbon wire and a lot of gold edge. SATA connections, not as much. That makes a difference if you're doing things like hard drives and CD-ROM drives. Now, in this case, because this CD-ROM drive has a SATA connector, I'm not going to bother taking it apart. There's not enough gold recovery in this board for me to waste my time taking it apart. Sometimes there's a chunk of brass inside. I have a yard that buys these as media drives. Rascally Beaver, where else is there? I'm open to suggestions. I haven't found any place that pays better than Board Sort does. And by the way, I'd love to know, because I certainly don't mind, I don't mind finding somebody else. I'm welcome to anybody. So yeah, so this is just a CD-ROM DVD player. I'm not going to bother taking it apart because the board is going to be not worth it. So that's just going to go in with media drives. This is going to just go with power supplies. Boy, that came apart easy, huh? Where else is there? IRT Paddington, Dynamite. Now, see, I'm not familiar with any of those because I've never heard of them before. But thank you. I'd love to. I'll definitely check it out. Definitely check it out. I've looked at Rockaway Scrapyard, which is in New Jersey. It's about 2 hours drive for me. He owns the iScrap app, but he's not paying all that. Not to pick on him, he does a good job, but he's not paying anywhere near what Board Sort is paying. And the local refiner here, he'll only buy boards that are from 2020 and before. He won't buy anything later than that, and he wants 5,000 pounds to start. I'll tell you, Vito, they're certainly knowledgeable. Speaking of Rockaway, if you're looking to find out about gold pricing, guys, or precious metal pricing, Tom on the iScrap app does a really good job with that. And Shark Scrapper on Sunday afternoons at 2 o'clock usually does a commodities live on YouTube. Oh, I take the wires. That's just a personal opinion. I'm not going to bother with this. I'm going to chuck it in with power supplies. No wires. Like I said, I'm just trying to top off. Too much paperwork for me. But sending it to somebody to refine it and split it. For me, I'd rather just sell it and get it out of the house. It's, everybody has their comfort zone. I just don't have the room for all this, for this. I mean, there's so many people who are doing refining. I do think it's going to drive the price of e-scrap up. I really, truly do. I mean, the past month or so? Yeah, it's a great idea, Chenille checks, about that. But again, this is just not for me. I'd rather just let somebody buy it from me and do what they want with it. That's my comfort level. I'm having a lot of fun though. I can't complain about that. This is just I think this is just an old Dell computer. It said it had an iCore 5 in it. We'll see. Boy, you want to talk about marathon, man. check out E-Waste Mike. That guy just goes with scrapping out computers. I don't know how he keeps up with it. Now, do any of you guys have channels, or do you do any lives or anything like that? I'd love to know, because I'd certainly love to support your channels. Thanks, Chanel Chicks. By the way, guys, thanks for the gifts, thanks for the support, thanks for the likes. That's nice. That's a nice. Sure, I need a torque screwdriver. Sure, I do. And it's got an iCore 5 in it, but these screws are rusty. That tells me this computer has gotten wet. So the odds of this i5 chip working are greatly reduced. Oh wow! Thank you, Al. Yes, I did know that about you. Thank you. I see your name come up on a lot of stuff, Al Goldmud. I really do. That's awesome. Thanks for the like, Kevin. I appreciate that. That was one thing that really amazed me when I started doing this. Here I am, simple little hobby scrapper from Connecticut. And to ever have gotten acknowledged by some of the people I've gotten acknowledged by, and they follow me on a regular basis, that's amazing. Is that the motherboards? This is a motherboard here. I have to get everything off to get at it. I have and I've got 4 boxes that I'm just trying to top off so I can ship them out and get them out of here. I really do wish I had somebody local I could sell them to. It would save me a lot of aggravation, but you know what? It works. It works for me. Was that at your local yard, Rascal? That you were getting a good price like that? Oh, Al Goldman, thank you. And thank you for everybody like you. Appreciate you very much. Alright. Copper aluminum heatsink. 20 cents a pound, unless you want to strip the copper out. By the way, guys, I don't know if you guys caught my brief video this morning. These were the heat sinks that were out of all those Cisco blade servers that I had bought the pallet of. And I said I thought they were awfully heavy and I was going to go check them with the angle grinder to see if they were copper. They are. They offered me 35 cents at the yard because I said they were aluminum. And I said, it's not aluminum. You know, and I took them home. Nicely, you know. They're copper. So, I've got to find somebody who will buy those. I've got a couple 100 pounds. That was awesome. Stack them up. Oh, yeah. I don't mind stacking those up, Patrick. They're nice and neat and they fold flat. Stack them up. I wish there were gold. I'd really be stacking them up, buddy. Okay. Alright, so usually if you have that bent arm like that, you hopefully can get yourself an iCore chip out of it. BoardSort has a test and buy program. So you want to handle these carefully. Don't touch the edges, because once you touch this, you contaminate it and it won't read. They'll test this chip, and if it tests well, they will purchase it at a premium price, which is really fun. Hi, Chronic, how are you? iCore 53470. I gotta check the price on that. Now when I put this down, I'm going to put it down this way on its back. Right over here with its friends. Right, and then, yeah, this is going to be just your standard motherboard. That's a good idea, Al. That is actually a really good idea, and I've given some consideration to that. I agree with you. I think that might be a really good idea. I do have plastic cases, though. I do have the plastic cases. If you're going to ship your boards, guys, get the batteries off. Recycle responsibly. That's what we all do here, right? Now, this is going to be... I don't have... I need a Torx screwdriver. And I bet you anything it's outside. I love to work outside this time of year. First we get the yard cleaned up, and then we go outside and we scrap outside. Yeah, this thing is roached. It's been out in the weather. I must have gotten this one on the curb somewhere, huh? So this is a metal socket, green motherboard. I don't know what the price is at the moment because I don't have the list in front of me. I don't think they're paying all that well. The money is in telecom boards and RAM right now. RAM is paying, it was up to $40 a pound. I think it's down to $32. I've got a lot of server RAM that I've got to clean up. It's got the heat shields on it, but I always take those off before I sell it because I get $11 more a pound. Exactly. Hilarious, guys. Yeah, no. Oh, it's around. I just don't know where I put it. Like I said, I wasn't going to do a live tonight. I'm glad I did because there's some people I haven't chatted with in quite a while, and I'm enjoying doing that. Sorry, guys, this is annoying as heck. I'm sorry. I apologize. So anyway, I will not be live Sunday like I usually am. It is Mother's Day. I do not have children of my own, but I have the most wonderful nieces and nephews in God's creation. My mother left me her 3 grandchildren, and I was very lucky. They were here a lot. We lived around the corner from each other. And she was a wonderful grandmother, which gave me a chance to be a wonderful aunt. They're all grown up now, and I'm going to take my nephew William and his mother-in-law. And we're going to go out to Mother's Day brunch. And we're going up to the Mohegan Sun here in Connecticut. I'm not a big casino person. I don't go a lot, but my mother and I used to always go to the Mother's Day brunch out there. So we'll take Will and his mother-in-law and his family out, and then they have a craft beer festival in the afternoon. Then I'm just here for the beer. I just got 6 of the old 386 and 486 system. Are those Suns? 386 and 486? I just took a whole bunch of those apart. I really thought I'd do better selling the boards because they were so gold rich. Nope. Nobody wanted. I couldn't get rid of them. Couldn't get rid of the servers either. But the problem was on those 386 and 486s, those Suns, the problem was the chip was not removable. Man, I'd have cleaned up if those had been out of there. Anyway, so we're going to go out to brunch, and then we're going to go to a craft fair and craft beer tasting. And by about 5 o'clock, I'll be good and knackered, and I don't want to have to try to drive home, so I'm going to stay over. And then I'm going to head into Rhode Island. I have a company that I've been working with for many years. I buy a lot of e-scrap from them. They basically, help me out with non-functioning things, and they sell it to me really cheap, so I can keep content up for you guys. I gotta, and they subscribe to my channel, so. Unicorns, they have the most gold if Intel. Okay, anyway. Yeah, but those Cisco's, that was what did we do those, about 2 or 3 weeks ago? Okay, I should come right on out of here. I don't have too much else here to do. I wish I had more stuff to scrap. I'm enjoying hanging out with you guys. I'm getting hungry though.